Hello everyone and welcome back to part 5 of my Python tutorial series. Today we are going to continue learning the turtle library and we are going to finally make our first function. This is a very exciting lesson, so let's get started right away. The first project for today is going to be in a new file. So I'm going to make a new one. I'm going to call mine turtle3.py and we will open it. And now that we have a file, we need to do the basics. So first import turtle. Then we need a screen, of course, so screen equals dot screen. And then you can change the screen color, so screen dot bg color. And I will make mine black for this one. And the pen, which I will name my pen Galapagos. And finally, I get to change the color of the pen. So we can go the name of your pen dot color. And I will make mine white. And let's check out the color. And that looks good. This will be for my example. You can, of course, use whatever colors you please. Okay, so our goal right now is to learn how to draw shapes with holes in between. Because right now, if I wanted to move my pen somewhere, the pen will always draw a line behind it. Sometimes I just want to move the pen without drawing a line behind it. So that's what we're going to do now. So first I'm going to do Galapagos, or the name of your pen, dot forward. And I'll move mine forward 50. Now let's take a peek. Okay, drew a line. But now let's say I wanted to go from here to here without drawing a line. What we can do is we can lift the pen up so it doesn't draw. And the way to do that is super easy. You can literally type the name of your pen dot up parentheses. And now if we draw another line, it won't draw behind it. So we can write the name of your pen and then the direction you want to move it. And now that we moved it, let's check it out. So it draws 50 forward, then it lifts up, then it moves 50 without drawing, and now the pen is here. So let's say we want to draw another line though. Now we need to put the pen back down, which is, as you might expect, extremely straightforward. We can simply write the name of the pen, and then down. And now if I draw another line, it will draw a line, pick up the pen, move, put down the pen, and then draw another line. So this is really, really, really useful if you can tell. So the next project we're going to do with this information is to draw a square just like we did before, but instead of doing full lines, let's try to make dashed lines. So let's say I wanted to make my square 200 pixels wide. To make a dashed square that would look nice, I think I'm going to do 50 as a normal line, then pick the pen up, then draw 50 more, then put the pen back down and do 50 and then 50. So it will be 50 drawn, 50 not drawn, 50 drawn, 50 not drawn, turn. And we can do that real easily. First, let's do a counter. So my counter will equal 4. And then while counter is greater than 0, the name of your pen. Let's move it forward. And I will move mine forward 50. Now let's pick up the pen. And now we're going to move again, just like before. And then we're going to set the pen down. And we have this. Now we just need to repeat it. So I will copy and paste this. So that will draw 50, then lift up, then move 50, then put the pen back down. And now we're going to draw 50 more, then lift the pen up, then draw 50 more and put the pen back down. The last two things we need to do is move the pen 90 degrees. And then decrease the counter by 1. And look at that. So it will go 50, and then lift up, then move 50, then put the pen back down, then draw 50 more, then do the same thing, and then it will turn right and repeat. And it will do it 4 times. And that is exactly what we see here, and it is very nice. So with this information, we can not only make dashed lines, we can also make multiple shapes that are not connected to each other in one area, and that is what we are going to do next. Alright, we have already learned one of the 2 primary skills that we were going to learn today. However, the second one is going to be so much more useful. Now, if you remember from before, we've been using functions all the time. For example, we have the print function, we have the forward function for turtle, and we downloaded some for our Minecraft server checker. However, we haven't made our own before. And that is what we are about to learn. So let's make a new file and try this out. Now I'm going to name my file function test.py. You can name it whatever you want, of course. And then I will open mine. And in here, we're going to make a new function. So we're not going to start with turtle. We're just going to try to print some messages. For this example, let's make a function that will say 2 lines of text. So for this, we need to first create a function. To create a function, we use the pre-built function def. That stands for define. So we will define, say, hello. And then after you put the name of your new function, you can do parentheses and then a colon. Now after that, any more code in here, do you see how this is indented now? Any more code that is indented in here will be a part of the function instead of the main code. So here I can write my code. So here I will say print hello, and then I will print another line. And I will say world. And now if I call this function, then it will run. But right now if I run it, it doesn't do anything. Because all that we did so far is to find that the function say hello means do this. We never actually told the computer to do it. Well, how do we tell it to do the function? It's super simple. You literally just type in the name of the function, and then the parentheses, and then hit run. And look at that. It says, hello world, exactly like we asked it to. That also means if we wanted to, we can call this a second time. So I can just say hello again. Now look, it said hello world, and then I told it to do say hello a second time, and so it said hello world again. It's that easy to expand your code. So whenever you're doing something complicated, and you might want to do it multiple times, try to put it in a function, so that way you can use it multiple times without having to retype it. Alright, so now we know how to make a function in general, but let's make a function that will do our square from before. So, of course, we make a new file, and I will call mine turtle4.py. And in here, first let's do our basics. So import turtle, and then make a screen. So screen equals turtle.screen. And then pick a color. My color will be light gray, so I will say screen.bg color is light gray. And then we set our turtle up, so I will name mine snapper turtle dot capital T turtle parentheses. And then let's set its color, so I will set mine to blue. And as long as that all runs, we are ready to start. So you might think we need to do a whole bunch of stuff for this function to work, but in reality, we just have to make our code from before. In fact, you can even copy and paste it in. However, I'm not going to do that in case you would like to get some experience in typing it. So let's make our function. First, I will call that I'm making a new function with def, and then I will name my function, and I will name mine draw square with parentheses and with a colon. And now down here, of course, make sure you're tabbed in once. I will type in our old code. So I will say counter equals 4 while counter is greater than 0. The name of the turtle dot forward 100 pixels, and then snapper dot right 90, and then counter equals counter minus 1. And we are already done making the function. That's it. It's just our old code. But now we can just call it as many times as we want. So I can say draw square, and it will draw a square for us. Look at that. We just made expanding our code so much easier. We can take this draw square function and use it however many times we want. So for example, let's say I wanted to draw a square, and then let's move our turtle forward. And I'll move mine 100 pixels forward. And then I want to draw the square again. I can just call draw square. And look at this. See, it drew 2 squares. That's it. I just had to tell it to draw a square again, because I defined that drawing a square is our old code. So these functions are unfathomably useful, and you are going to use them all the time. And if I would like to make this look a little bit nicer, we can even use our other knowledge that we learned and lift up the pen in between squares. So that would look like this. We do snapper.up, or the name of your turtle.up. And then let's give them a little bit more space. Now when I hit play, it will draw the line, and then skip an area and draw another line. And look at that. We have learned so much about Turtle. We are so much better at drawing images. Okay, so there are plenty more things to learn in Turtle. However, this is the end of my tutorial for Turtle. If you would like to learn even more things you can do with it, go ahead and check out the playlist linked in the description and learn all about it. But for now, we have learned plenty enough. We have learned how to pick up and put down the pen in Turtle, and more importantly, we've learned how to make functions. And now we're ready to tackle bigger projects. So, I hope you learned a lot, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and next time we will tackle even better projects.